Thought that you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah. Dancing on my own.
Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy E.N.D and we are back for another video. It is the 6th anniversary and Baryon Mode got his rekit. I'm a bit surprised because they only released one Shinobi for part 1, which is Baryon. I thought they would at least do Sasuke vs Jigen with him, but it seems not. So that most likely means that Ishiki will come for Sam. If it's 2 Shinobi, then they could add Sasuke vs Jigen. So keep that in mind. Now, the number one question that people will ask me is Baryon Mode's new rekit worth it? In my opinion, yes. He is now both a better defender and a better attacker along the lines of run, because his new EX ultimate has damage nullification, which means he can gate crash. His new EX ignores revive, so you could kill any revive band much easier. And yeah, we'll go over his new kit, his animations, his jutsu descriptions, and you'll see why I approve him and why I will summon for him and why I would recommend you guys summon for him. But again, think long and hard before doing that, because we also have the Sam banner for part 2. At the end of the day, it's up to you guys. And then one more important factor before moving on: if you do end up summoning for Baryon, you're gonna have to take out his old Rasengan or his old punch. If you take out his punch, then you can't use it as a follow-up. Now, in my opinion, you need his old limit break for number 1, its great effects, invincibility strip, but also for the evasion buff, right? And then you're only going to have 2 spaces, and that's going to be for his new kit, which is his new limit break, which also strips evasion, increased accuracy with stat negation, so that's nice. And his new 4-star is really good, which you guys will see. So in my opinion, that's going to be his new kit without his punch, but that's just for now. It really depends on what you want and what you want to do. So first and foremost, we have Baryon Mode's new EX ultimate, so please listen very carefully. Sets off an explosion with the Rasengan, causes massive damage to enemies on the same floor, ignores revive, which is very important for main to kill a revive paired shinobi much easier, and for a defender to counter shinobi who have revive, like Sasuke Final Valley, Naruto Final Valley. Very important, right? Inflicts enemies with confusion, decreases their defense and how long they can, and invincibility strip for 1 second. His old EX is 2 seconds. But as long as they have some sort of invincibility strip, I'm happy with that, because that could be a deciding factor in your EX landing against a enemy. So I'm happy with at least 1 second. Makes your shinobi invincible. Makes them immune to recoil. Increases the length of time. Increases EX resistances. Halves their ninjutsu cooldown time. Okay. And they receive damage nullification, which is a very important factor and more important than revive. It's the same as run. It greatly boosts his stats as a main, as he can now gate crash, right? And as a defender, his old EX ultimate lacked invincibility, and he could take damage straight off his EX. Now he has damage nullification. EX level 15, his EX nature's resistance is increased, so is the period of time his damage nullification is, and his cooldown time is ignored. Very good effects, amazing effects in my opinion. Great for a main and a defender. Very happy with that. And I've got to show, but when his EX red bar is full, his next EX reload time becomes half, similar to Sasuke Final Valley and Naruto Final Valley. Very good for both attacking and defense. Now, one very important factor to take into account, which makes his new EX also usable, is that as soon as he uses his new EX ultimate, there is a first hit that takes place instantly, which could be a deciding factor in trying to kill an enemy shinobi, because they can't react fast enough. As you guys can see, there's an instant hit, and then he deals the loss with the explosion and the landing, right? So that's a positive. And again, he strips at least 1 second invincibility, which is good. So with his new limit break, attacks multiple times using his tails, causes massive damage. Greatly decreases the enemy CP, which is normal if they are a defense shinobi. Inflicts enemies with confusion, not stripping. Turns allies on the same floor invincible. That's very nice. Always good. Increases the user's defense as well as certain resistances. Cool. Makes them invincible for a separate time. Recovers their CP. Great. So if you look very carefully, I'm pretty sure that this is a new mechanic, right? So HP will be consumed to perform the jutsu if the user does not have enough CP. The amount of CP consumed will decrease as the jutsu level. So basically my understanding of this is, let's say I gate crash in a final room. If I run out of CP because they zap it and let's say my damage nullification runs out, then I will be able to use my limit break, but it will take off said CP that I need to use my limit break from my HP stats, meaning this could counter you having 0 CP like Sasuke Final Valley at +3 in a different manner. Now obviously I will have to test further when I have his actual kit, so keep that in mind. Also reduces the amount of damage he takes by 30%. At level 8 his stats and durations are increased. Obviously detects traps as well. This jutsu will no longer be affected by stat negation, and as the effect negates enemy stat increases with increased accuracy. So that means evasion strip, it does not say greatly increases accuracy or something like that, so it's not as potent, but it's still evasion strip, which is what his kit lacks, his old kit, right? So that's very good. So yeah, his new limit break does not have evasion, it seems, so that's why you would need his old limit break as well. Now let's go and test out his animation. Now if you look at his limit break animation, it's not amazing, but it also has its uses. So for example, at first glance it lunges forward, right? Which means if you are versing a defender who's close to the room, you could precast with this limit break to get in the first hit. As a defender, I don't know if it will be able to reach further away except for the last hit, or maybe he will automatically use his old limit break, right? So it really depends, but again, it's not super amazing, but the animation is decent enough to be good and can be utilized for both defense and attack. And his limit break effects, now obviously he is an anniversary unit, which means at +3 he gets 7 seconds invincibility strip, and his old limit break is the same as well, so that's very good for both attack and defense. Also decreases how long the enemy can be, oh no, that's normal. Where's the other? Oh, reduces the amount of CP damage the user receives, so now he also takes less CP damage, which is huge. So again, he's looking to be a great main and a defender in my opinion so far, guys. For his new 4-star, charges forward, causing damage that ignores nature resistances, always good. Greatly decreases the enemy CP, decreases enemy's defense, and confusion resistance, so confusion strip on his new 4-star. Decreases how long invincibility strip 3 seconds, turns allies on the same floor invincible as well. Increases user attack power, critical hit rate, which means he doesn't need a crit boost that will be granted by his jutsu. Increases movement speed, makes them immune to state effects, which replaces his Rasengan's immunity. Sets off traps, increases the damage based on the number of burning zones. Here is the mechanic again. HP will be consumed if the user doesn't have enough CP. Jutsu will no longer be affected by stat negation, but again, I don't think that also applies to increased accuracy stat negation debuffs. But overall, not looking too shabby, guys. Not looking too shabby. Okay, I love his new 4-stars animation, right? So again, the first hit is instant. That is a knockback, as you guys will see, and then he lands the last hit. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the last hit is a knockback because they just die, but in this case, I would put this is his bond as well, guys. So I would put a follow-up like Itachi V1 to pull them back in. So overall, I'm very happy with that. Now, just based on the effects, the animations, the buffs and stuff that I explained, he is again both a better main, better attacker, defender, supporter, right? Now you don't have to summon by all means because he is in my opinion a much better main now. But again, if you have Sasuke Final Valley, he's still a great main. There's no need to go after a main. If you have his old kit, you could maybe try and summon for his 4-star, his limit break, or something like that to just get in an extra jutsu or more effects. You don't have to go for his whole kit. He's still good with his old kit. So yeah, it's just up to you. Once I have his jutsu, I will go over his mechanics better and provide some gameplay. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good day and anniversary. Peace out.